Hey y'all, welcome to Wholesome Roots. I'm pretty excited here today because it is day number 10 on our incubation, which means I am going to open up the incubator and check all of our eggs. The process of checking eggs at this stage is going to help us determine which ones are fertile and going to continue on to hatch and which ones are not and need to be removed from the incubator. The way we do this is shining a very bright light into the egg. The bright light allows us to see the inside of the egg and see veining. That's the number one thing that you're going to see, and possibly even chick movement. So hopefully we'll get to see some chick movement and get to find out how many of our eggs are going to move on to the next level of the hatch. We are about halfway through and it's exciting to do this. It's typical to candle your eggs at 7 to 10 days. I'm doing mine at 10 days because I want to do them again at 17 days just before they go into lockdown. So what that means is I'm going to look at all of the eggs, and then a week from now I'm going to look at them all again. It's good to look at them a week apart, so that way any that you had any questions on that may not have been developing properly, you'll know by a week from now if they're going to develop or not. So in a week I'm going to candle again, and any that I'm questionable on I'm going to remove, and I'll know that they're developed or not, or I might not, and they'll just stay in the incubator till they hatch. But this helps remove any chances of any eggs that are rotten staying in the incubator the whole time. You don't want that to happen. A rotten egg can explode. Trust me, ask how I know. So anyway, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead, and I got the bathroom ready because the bathroom's the one room in the house that I can make completely dark. I put a heater in there and I took a hot shower to get it humid, so that way as I have the incubator open, it'll be safe for the eggs to be in those conditions. And you got to remember too that a mother chicken, a mother hen will get up and go get something to eat or drink, so having them exposed to the normal air temperatures is definitely not something that I'm worried about, but I want to make sure it's the best conditions as possible during the time that I have the incubator open. I'm going to start at the top here, and I am going to look. I see movement and I see blood veins, so I know that we have a chicken here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this one because it's moving and take it out and show you guys a little closer. But I'm gonna try to just do them in the egg turner as I go for the most part. So can you see that? I'm holding very still, but you see there's movement happening in there. That is a baby chick. Oh, funny enough, or not funny, is this egg has got a crack around the edge of it that I didn't notice when I candled in the beginning. But so far that egg seems to be thriving, so we're going to keep it as a keeper. Any that are empty are going to be not keepers. And also something I'm going to do is I've got a pencil in my hand, and I'm going to draw a line right there where the edge of the air sac is. You see that line? That's where I'm going to draw my line, so I know where the air sac is for comparison when I do my candling at the end. I'm just going to do it on one side. I don't have to go all the way around. All right. As you can see, this one looks good too. I don't know if you guys can see. This is so cool. There's definite chick movement in there. Do you see that? Here, let me move it a little. I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't know why I'm whispering. Alright. Day 10 is a good time to check, especially with some of these darker eggs. it's harder to see what's developing and what's not. And I'm seeing a lot of development so far. Oh wow. Now this is a duck egg, and this is really interesting because I've never had a candler that was this good. So I've never been able to see my duck eggs when they're developing. Look at that. Can you see that? Oh, I really hope that this comes out in the camera. See the movement? It's a baby duck, y'all. Oh my gosh. No, I'm not tearing up. You know what? I'm gonna skip the marking with a pencil for a little bit here. Oh, now there's a good example of a dud, I believe. Duck eggs are a little harder to tell, but yeah, that's a dud. See, it's like completely clear. There's no color, there's no spots. So that's a dud. I'm gonna remove that one. I had a duck egg explode in my last hatch. Oh, that's a good one. And it was horrible. Dude, I am seeing some really good development here. Oh my gosh, the duck babies are moving. That might be a dud. It's kind of bright, but it's kind of orange. I'm gonna say that is a dud. I love having this strong candler. This looks like it may have started to develop. I do see a spot up here. Oh man, this is a tough call. I do see a spot up here that's darker. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna leave this because I would hate to call it a dud and have it not be. But I'm gonna put a big question mark on the top. And I'm gonna go ahead and check that again. Maybe before the incubation time is up. Look at that. You see that baby duck? It's moving. Oh my god. This one has what I call a double air sac, and I'm not sure if that affects the hatchability, but I'm not gonna move it because I do see very good veining, but I am gonna mark the air sac. Usually it's a perfect circle. This looks like a figure 8. Oh, that's a dud. Yeah, that's definitely a dud. It looks like it's rotten too. I see like particles floating in it. So that's what a dud egg looks like. It's bright and clear. So 2 of my duck eggs are duds, and I actually suspected, yeah, one of these, I'm looking at them in the sink here. One of these was one I suspected it was gonna be a dud because it didn't have good calcification on the outside. All right, that duck egg looks good. And for any of those who are following along in the journey, those were the Anaconda duck eggs that are the duds. So those are from a local farm. Maybe I could get a replacement. This one looks different. It doesn't look like a dud. It's definitely got a... Oh yeah, I see movement. Yep. Okay, that's alive. Okay. This is what we call a blood ring. Now this is a sign that it was a fertile egg that didn't have the ability to develop. So this is a dud. So this will be removed. Ah, this is such a great lamp. I'm going to put a link in my description for this candler, because now that I know it works really well, I will recommend it to you guys, and you can purchase it yourself. This egg is way too dark for me to see, but I think it's okay. Some of these blue eggs are really thick shelled. I see veining and movement. The ones that aren't developed are very bright. So that's a third Anaconda duck egg that is not developing. So this is an anaconda duck egg that is developing. So we're doing mostly good. It is expected to have some that aren't completely fertile, or if they are fertile, this is hard to see. Oh yeah, there's a little chicken there. If they are fertile, they could possibly just have other reasons why they don't develop. Oh, I almost said this one didn't have anything in it, and then I saw the shadow move. These darker brown eggs are hard to tell, but I really wanted to get, oh yeah, there's veining in that. I really wanted to get the darker brown eggs to hatch. That's what I'm going for, crossing with Marans and the Rhode Island Reds. And I would say this is a very good, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 eggs out of 42. And all 4 were duck eggs. All 4 were the same kind of duck eggs, for that matter. They were all the anacondas. Oh wait, no. One of them was the silver apple yard. So 3 of the anacondas and 1 of the silver apple yard. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna put this cover back on and I'm gonna change them out and get the other incubator and see how it's doing. Good, we got veining. Huh? We got veining and movement. Veining and movement. I love seeing the movement. I hope that some of those eggs I held up to the camera really do show. Ooh, this is a rotten egg, I think. Yeah. Yeah, see how it's got black stuff floating at the top? And that could have been an embryo that began to form and then failed. So that is a dud. I'm just gonna double check here, make sure I don't see any movement. No, so that's a dud. So what I started to say is there could be an embryo that begins to form and then for whatever reason doesn't thrive. Okay, I saw movement. And that happens, and we call those quitters. They just quit for whatever reason, whether it was bacteria that entered into the egg or it wasn't a strong, healthy chick to begin with. That looks good. That's a Svarthona. And that looks really good. There's a Bielefelders. Oh boy, guys. These Svarthona eggs look really promising. I cannot wait. I have wanted an all black chicken for I don't know how long. And they look really good. Like, oh, baby's moving and everything. That is great. Uh-oh. This one might be a blood ring. Yep, that's a blood ring. So, great examples here of other things to look for. The blood ring. This egg will no longer develop. Oh, look at that. That's probably why. Do you see the crack? It was a cracked egg. And sometimes cracked eggs can survive and hatch just fine. In fact, in here somewhere, I have a cracked egg that I knew cracked, but it was such a tiny crack, and it was when I was handling it that I decided to try to incubate it anyway, because it was one of my only 2 cream lag bar eggs. Alright, let me go back to that one. That one looked a little bit brighter than it should. Oh man. Yeah, even though this is a dark eggshell and it doesn't look as bright as some of those ones that I tossed, I am pretty confident, as bright as it is all the way through, the consistency of the brightness makes me think it's definitely a dud. Man, I hate to say it's definitely a dud and it not be, but yeah, I don't see any dark spots. There's kind of a shadow there, but I think that's the color of the egg right there is thicker. Yeah, that's gotta be a dud. All right, so that's it. We lost 1, 2, 3 from this one. Really, really good percentages so far. So the hatch percentage could go down from here. That is very possible, if not likely. So, but so far, this has been good results. And my most special eggs are the ones that are surviving. Oh, there's I labeled the cream leg bar that I cracked. This one, I unintentionally cracked, of course, by accident when I was handling it. And because I only had 2 purebred cream leg bar, I kept it. Decided to give it a chance. There's the crack. See that little... It was literally gently setting it down in the egg basket when I heard, and I was like, no. But I do see great veining, so that's a very good sign. Kind of sad that we have some duds, but it's to be expected. And fortunately, it's a really low ratio of duds. So these ones are not going to make it to the hatching stage. And that's okay, because we have a lot more still to hatch. I know some of you are interested in the egg handler that we used, and I was just going to show it to you here. This is really cool. I ordered it off of Amazon. It plugs into the wall, and it's just a simple on-off. It's super powerful, as you saw in the video. And this rubber attachment on the top it comes off, and it has another one that's smaller so that you can do quail eggs as well. So this is it, the Magic Fly egg handler. And I will put a link down below in the description for you to check it out as well. All right, so there you have it. All of our eggs are candling great. We had a few duds. That's to be expected. Oftentimes it's actually more than that because some aren't going to be fertile. But it looks like fertility is great in everybody's flock that I'm incubating from. So that's really good sign of great things to come. And the fact that they all looked really healthy, veining was looking wonderful, and we saw movement in so many of the eggs. That was so cool, and I really hope it showed up on the camera. I'm not sure if it did or not. I'll have to wait till I go back and look at it at the video and see if it did, but I hope you guys got to see at least some movement in some of the eggs. It was really fun showing you guys. Usually when I'm incubating and hatching eggs, I don't have an audience, so it's kind of cool to like share it with you guys, because I know there's a lot of you that have been watching our channel that are really interested in incubating eggs and what we're hatching out and everything. So I'm excited to see what you guys have to say about it. So leave a comment down below and give it a thumbs up, like our video. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel. And if you have subscribed to our channel, have you checked out our other playlists? If you haven't checked out our playlists where we have all of our other videos stored, check them out. I was just noticing earlier today that a lot of our earlier videos have very few views, and I think that's because so many of our subscribers are new just from this month. So if you haven't checked out our older videos, go ahead and check them out. There's a lot of great content in there. And if you guys have any requests for future videos, let us know. We have, you know, lots of things that we need to do, that we have to do, that we'll be recording for you. But some days I feel like I don't know what to do. So give us some ideas and tips and write it down in the comments below. So if you're interested and you don't want to miss a video, there's a little notification bell right next to the word subscribe. Just choose that and you'll get notifications every time we put out a new video, which is almost every day now. So follow along, and we appreciate you watching. Got the babies all tucked back in, nice and warm and cozy. As you see, the incubator at the back there has already gone up to 101. This other one on the left is still warming up. It was the second one that we did, but they're warming up fast, and I'm keeping the temperature between 99 and 101. So that's the biggest range of fluctuation that I want them to get, and hopefully won't have any more fluctuation than that. Thank you for watching Wholesome Roots.